What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so shout out to my subscriber, one of my subscribers that sent me this. So Rickey Smiley, I guess was on maybe his YouTube live a couple days ago, was talking about how President-elect Trump is going to basically be a dictator, get rid of the Constitution, and make black people's lives a living hell. Take us back to the 1960s, segregated bathrooms, segregated buses, the boogeyman tactic. This is what they always do whenever they lose an election. Okay? They always do this. No matter who the Republican is. I'm not saying that every situation Republican's better, but I'm so tired of these bullshit scare tactics that they get these grifters like, this guy, Steve Harvey, all these antiquated grifters. I say antiquated because their influence in our community is gone. Whatever influence they had, that was 2008, 2009. But this is what he had to say.
I'm watching morning show and I'm watching the news feed and I'm watching them talk about all of the people that Donald Trump is appointing to the cabinet position. And I'm just watching them just spiral out about Cates being over the Justice Department and talking about Kennedy being over whatever that position he's going to fill that seat with.
Food and Drug Administration.
And I don't think nobody on the news took Donald Trump serious when he said it ain't gonna be no more elections.
That was an offhand joke he made in a meeting. Let me see where he's going with this.
Damn elections. I don't care how much the news media complain and talk about this, that, and other. This ain't nothing compared to what's actually going to happen. I'm doing a show. I had pre-recorded something, so I got a few minutes. Yeah, I'm still doing a morning show, but I did something just pre-recorded. I pre-recorded Battle of the Sexes. That's why I'm doing the show. I can still. I have to be back by a certain time. Be sitting back in my chair. It ain't gonna be no more elections.
Now, this is my question. Why is there not going to be any more elections? Are they going to pass an amendment barring presidential elections? How are they going to do this? So they're going to get rid of presidential elections, but keep Senate elections, keep House elections, but get rid of all elections. So there's going to be this, let me guess, there's going to be this total Republican right-wing monarchy. And King Donald I will preside. Is that this new scare tactic they're using now? It's just amazing how uninformed the average person is in this country, including celebrities. Because I have to believe that he can't really believe this. You can't really believe. First of all, let's just go with this. Let's just go with this premise that he's going to cancel elections. Or, as I've seen before, he's going to run again in 2028, which he can't because of the 22nd Amendment. Right? Oh, they're going to cancel the 22nd Amendment. Okay, do you know what it takes to cancel an amendment? It takes an amendment to repeal an amendment. And the only amendment that's ever been repealed was the, I think it was the 18th Amendment? I think it was the 18th, I think it was. Sometimes I get it mixed up with the 19th, but I think it was the 18th. The 18th Amendment, if I'm not mistaken, that was the amendment that abolished alcohol. Okay? That amendment was repealed by a later amendment. A little bit fuzzy on the numbering, but it was the amendment that repealed that was in the early 30s, I think 1933. Now, to repeal an amendment, an existing amendment, it takes a 2/3 vote in the House and Senate, minimum, 2/3. The Republicans have only a 53-47 advantage in the Senate. And it's like they're going to have, at best, last time I checked, it was still 218 Republicans. Okay, what's their lead in the House and Senate? Let's see if I can pull it up now. I don't see that popping up anymore. Let's see if I could got any updates to this. In the House, then in the Senate, it's 52-47. I don't know whether that race in Pennsylvania has been decided yet, but look, the Republicans are going to win it. So let's go 53-47. In the House, last I checked, the Republicans had 218 seats. The Democrats well over 200. They don't have, even if you engage in this insane scenario, the Republicans don't have anywhere near the numbers to do what he's talking about. Let's just go with this Project 225. Let's just say these people are right. They don't have the numbers to do something that even of that magnitude. Then if it somehow passed the House and Senate with 2/3 majority, 3/4 of the states have to approve of that. So you think California, New York, Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey, Massachusetts, all of New England, Colorado, Virginia, Michigan, Illinois. It's ridiculous. Wisconsin. They're not going to approve. They don't have the numbers. That means 36 states, I believe, off the top of my head. 38. 38 states would have to. It's ridiculous. This is stupid, fear-mongering crap. Okay? This guy's a grifter. Steve Harvey's a grifter. They got to play this role. Now they're the opposition. People like him are now the opposition. So they have to put these fires out there. You know what I'm saying? Hoping that it engrosses itself into a huge inferno. This stuff is not based in reality. Ain't nothing gonna change in your life or my life. And this dude, Rickey Smiley, is living his life in a palatial mansion somewhere. It's bullshit, man. He's still on more than likely, he's still on the Democratic payroll with some consistency. Probably getting paid, I don't know, once a month to just go with this nonsense. D.L. Hughley too. It's just ridiculous. And I'm not taking this position because I'm a Trump supporter. I'm taking this position because I'm sick of this fucking con they putting on black people, man. They use the element of fear to control us. They did the same shit, I remember with Mitt Romney. That's the last Republican nominee that wasn't Trump. Oh, Mitt Romney gonna put y'all in chains. The same fucking idiot. People like him. Oh, Mitt Romney gonna put y'all in chains. Mitt Romney now all of a sudden is a good Republican because he apparently voted for Kamala Harris. The same dude that they say was Trump-like back then. You see how ridiculous this shit is? They even tried it with John McCain for a little bit. Oh, John McCain is a racist. Yeah, John McCain, he don't want to be president, man. John McCain, it's so dumb. Oh, he gonna give police officers immunity. Police officers already pretty much have qualified immunity. And now all of a sudden, like I said before, now they're talking about, it's going to be police brutality, it's going to be hate crimes. All this shit was going on while Biden was president. Matter of fact, more so. But you motherfuckers conveniently ignored it because it wasn't part of what you wanted to put out there. It's not the image you want to perpetuate. Now all of a sudden, I've been telling people all the time. I said, if Trump get reelected, now all of a sudden they're going to talk about all the shit that we were talking about the last 4 years. Now all of a sudden you want to get on code and talk about race relations. Kiss my ass. You guys ain't give a one iota about any of that shit the last 3 or 4 years. Take the L. Y'all lost. Period. Because you had a bad candidate. You want to talk about dictatorship? It was your administration, or the administration you support, I should say, that made us take the jab. Mandated it. Never before in history. It's your party that's been the war party. Every major war you can think of, except for the Bush administration, a Democrat was at the helm. The Civil War. James Buchanan was the president when that was escalated. He sat on his hands and did nothing. He was a Democrat. Who was the first people to fire shots? It was the South, the Confederates. Who was the major party of the South? Democratic Party. Fast forward to World War I. Wilson said he would keep us out of war to get reelected. He barely beat Hughes. And then what does he do? The first thing he does after he's inaugurated in March 1917, put our ass in that goddamn war. Fast forward generation, FDR, the real goddamn dictator, because y'all is the one that got the goddamn president that wanted to stay in office like he's the goddamn pope, like he's a dictator. Got elected 4 times. Ran 1944, unprecedented third time, promising to keep American boys out of war, gets elected, and then some say had a staged false flag operation in Pearl Harbor just to get us involved in a war that killed what? I can't remember the number. Millions of Americans? Oh, no, that wasn't millions, but millions of Americans got wounded. And I think something like, what was the number? 600,000 Americans were killed in World War II. I might be off with the numbers. Democrat. Vietnam. Lyndon Johnson escalated that war. A Democrat. And since the Obama administration, he extended the Afghan war. We've been in so many different excursions. Violent foreign policy. And ever since Biden been president, we in this goddamn Ukrainian shit. And then all of a sudden, he's trying to escalate the goddamn war to the point where he's trying to get us in World War III. Fuck out of my face with this bullshit. Tired of this fucking scam they keep pulling every goddamn time there's somebody else in the White House. Oh, y'all better be fearful. It's gonna be trouble now. Oh, they're gonna put us back in chains. Oh. And then if you talk about it, if like for me, for instance, when I talk about this, Two Raw's a buck dancer. Oh, he's supporting Trump. People that don't listen to my videos, hear what they want to hear. At the end of the day, I don't care. I really don't care no more, man. I really don't care at all what people think about me because I have convictions. Some of these motherfuckers don't have that on here. They just say what they think the audience want to hear. I say what I want to say on here because I don't give a damn what people think about me. Don't care. I'm not a slave to my subscribers because at the least, this is what I always get from people. Too Raw, I don't agree with you on a lot of stuff you say, but at least I respect you because you explain your position. And that's good enough for me. But this is bullshit. This is bullshit. And I'm going to say something else too. A lot of these people are running scared. I'm not talking about necessarily Rickey Smiley. A lot of these media people, it's a reason why Joe Scarborough met with Trump at Mar-a-Lago. They're running scared. They're running scared, you know? Now, look, I'm not going to go into that too much, but I'll say this. If I felt like the entire Justice Department was weaponized to attack me, to punish me politically, under the guise of, oh, we're trying to seek justice with this person. We're trying to uh, basically, what's what I'm looking for? They're trying to play the role of Elliot Ness, and he's Al Capone, and they trying to bring him to justice. When you got all of these other people like Bob Menendez, this guy was going overseas, graping little girls. Well, graping, little girls, stealing money. They found gold bars in his home, doing all types of crap. You didn't see the media talk about that one iota. Why? Because he's a Democrat. So that's what I don't like. I don't like when the media has basically turned into a Democratic echo chamber. That's dangerous. Fox News is bad. It is. Fox News is bad. I always called out Fox News in my earlier videos. But I'm sorry. MSNBC, CNN, especially MSNBC, they're worse. They're worse. Because a lot of the violence and a lot of the anger and aggression that have come to plague this country, initially it was caused by Fox. But I'm telling you, there has been it's like the left has become more virulent in their violence, because you can sit there and say all you want to about Project 225, right? You can say about all this stuff, but at the end of the day, all of the major black cities in our country, what's the party in control in those cities? The Democrats. And look at each one of those cities. You can't blame Republicans in that situation. You got all these black leaders who are just completely destroying the cities, goddamn, all types of you know what I'm saying, all types of malfeasance going on, all types of corruption in these sanctuary cities. The things we have been warning about for years, these gangs coming from these immigrants, they're terrorizing cities, whether you're talking about Chicago. I read something about, I think it's in Memphis, is going on. All of these majority black cities are going downhill, and you can't blame Republicans. You can't blame them on this situation. It's Democrats that are in control of these areas. But when you talk about this, nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to have these conversations because people don't want to be held accountable. It's so much easier to point the finger and blame others. These leaders don't want to be held accountable. So at the end of the day, miss me with all this crap, man. It's bull. It's all bullshit, man. You know, at the end of the day, the same crap that we have going on with Biden is going to go on with Trump. All of this really is about they're scared. As I was alluding to before, all of his political enemies are scared, and they're trying to get us on their team. I ain't got nothing to do with that shit. Y'all tried to put that man in prison. Y'all was bragging about putting him in a jail cell next to Diddy, or a prison cell next to Diddy. Y'all was making, not y'all, but you know what I'm saying, they were doing that. They were so certain that he was going to lose. And now they're running scared. They're running scared because they're afraid that they're going to be targeted. Because he putting all these people in place that are going to be Trump loyalists. And now they're afraid that they're going to get it. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's the game, that dangerous game you play. you know? And like I was going to say before in this video, if I felt like an administration or a party or a system was trying to weaponize the Justice Department to get me, and then I have 2 attempts on my life to try to unalive me, oh yeah, I would be very vengeful too. I don't blame him one iota. I don't. So that's all I got to say about it. Tell me what you guys think.